So then we go to the federal election interference case. Trump was charged in August by special counsel Jack Smith with conspiring to overturn the results of his election loss to President Joe Biden in the run-up to the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol. Prosecutors allege Trump and his allies knowingly pushed election fraud lies, which is that a crime? To pressure state officials to overturn Biden's win. Oh, that part is, yeah. Worked to enlist slates of fake electors in battleground states and pressured his vice president Mike Pence to disrupt the ceremonial counting of electoral votes. Prosecutors say Trump and his allies also sought to exploit the pro-Trump mob's attack on the Capitol by trying to convince members of Congress to further delay the certification of Biden's victory. The charges he faces. Trump is charged with 4 counts: obstruction of an official proceeding, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. So, obstructing the proceeding and conspiring to obstruct the proceeding, which are separate charges. Conspiracy to defraud the U.S. and conspiracy to prevent others from carrying out their constitutional rights. The, quote, official proceeding in the obstruction charge refers to the January 6, 2021 joint session of Congress at which electoral votes were counted to certify Biden as the official winner. The most serious charges carry up to 20 years behind bars, though it's difficult to say how much time he could face in the event of a conviction, with such decision ultimately up to the judge. The U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan the article actually says has scheduled the trial.
Today, Junior?
No, it actually says that. Associated Press.
Damn.
U.S. District Judge, that's why I was tripping up. I thought my dyslexia was acting up. U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan has scheduled the trial to begin in Washington's federal court on March 4th, which would fall in the heat of the Republican presidential nominating calendar, except Trump's already fucking won. The case, however, is currently on hold while Trump pursues his claim in appeals court that he is immune from prosecution. Chutkan left open the possibility of preserving the current trial date if the case returns to her court. Trump has said he did nothing wrong and has characterized the case as an attempt to hurt his 2024 campaign. His lawyers have argued the case should be dismissed because Trump is immune from prosecution for actions they say were taken in his official role as president. The defense has also argued Trump was within his First Amendment rights to challenge the outcome of the election and to allege that it had been tainted by fraud. Courts across the country and Trump's own attorney general found there were no widespread fraud that would have changed the results of the election. They keep making that point, but as we've talked about prior, it really doesn't matter at this point, because if you can find an ounce of legitimate voter fraud, that's enough to at least call into question and get, which I believe they did do a recount. So, which, here we go, before YouTube gets us, Joe Biden won the 2020 election. But at the same time, I do think Trump was robbed of it. And we've gone over this before. I think you have some slightly different views than I do, but I'm of the opinion when a bunch of states change the voting rules for one election that heavily favor Democrats in most, if not all cases, I mean, legally speaking, they can, because the Constitution lays out that each state has the right to decide how they do elections. But really?
That's the way they work.
But here's the thing, and this is a legitimate question. If you can prove collusion with the Democratic Party at a federal level with those states that change their election laws, is that not conspiracy?
Doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but...
Doesn't matter.
I'm just asking the question.
Doesn't matter.
Trump's claim that he is immune from prosecution has set up an unprecedented legal battle with enormous political ramifications. Trump's lawyers argue the case must be dismissed because that the actions that form the basis of the indictment, including urging the Justice Department to investigate claims of voter fraud and pressing state election officials, fall within the bounds of his official duties as president. Washington's Federal Appeals Court heard arguments on the issue in January, the 3-judge panel appearing deeply skeptical of Trump's immunity claims. How quickly the appeals court decides the issue could determine whether the case goes to trial in March. Trump has repeatedly sought to push off the trial until after the 2024 presidential election. Meanwhile, Jack Smith's team had asked the Supreme Court to bypass the appeals court and immediately take up the immunity question, citing the looming March trial date. But the Supreme Court declined to do so. The justices could still weigh in on the matter once the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit rules. Now, once again, here is one where, honestly, there is some sketchy shit that Trump did. Like, the fake electors, that's my biggest issue. But really, some of the stuff, I think they could actually get him on that.
Fake electors.
Yeah, they literally got people to say they were electors for the states, to say that they were electors, but they weren't.
No, I mean they put Marilyn Manson in, or not Marilyn Manson. Oh my gosh, Charles Manson in prison. He didn't kill nobody.
Yes, but he directed people to. He
No,
actually
that's
incited.
my point.
He actually incited, though.
I
He
know.
actually said, "Go and kill these people."
I'm not actually saying this on Trump's side right now. It's not a good thing.
Hey, he was an okay guy in South Park.
Oh, Manson, yeah.
Manson.
Yeah, didn't he change his forehead tattoo to a smiley face?
Yeah, even though you can't do that because that's not how tattoos work. But
I mean, he yellowed it out.
oh, did he? I don't remember
Think
that.
so.
You know what? I think you're right. I think he did. But yeah, the federal election case, this and the classified documents case.
It's not going anywhere.
Well, no, these are actually the two that I think have the most steam
I don't,
behind
I
them.
don't think it's gonna hold any water, even if they get some type of conviction, because like this country's so broken right now. Like
Well, I
it,
guess
they keep pushing towards a civil war, and it's gonna be so stupid. It's literally by design. It's not by us. It's not by anyone else. It's by design. Tear us apart from the inside, keep us separated. We
so.
don't
I,
come together.
I I think we should just fuck the whole system in general and let's vote for Vermin Supreme. Let's
Hey,
get him in there. You don't know who Vermin Supreme is?
well, I feel like I should know.
You do know who. You're just having a brain fart. The guy who wears a boot on his head all the time, and he runs as an independent in just about every presidential election, and often, like I remember one year he promised every American a free pony. I'm not joking. This is a real person.
Well, okay. I guess you learn something new every day.
Yeah, Google Vermin Supreme. Do yourself a
make a
favor.
That'll make a good short.
I made a meme out of it where it's just Vermin Supreme with his boot on his head, and underneath the caption just says "I'm fine." I'll put it up. I'll put it up on the Average Intelligence Podcast Instagram the day this goes live.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I do. I mean, I'll be honest. You want to know how you stop this bullshit legitimately? Get rid of them all, because what I have come to the conclusion of through all this nonsense is that both sides are completely fucking corrupt, and you can make the case maybe Trump, maybe like let's this is a stretch. Let's say Trump knows the level of corruption in the federal government, and he did what he did to try to circumvent it. It was the only thing he could think of to do. And he failed because, I mean, obviously he failed because Joe Biden is president. But, you know, it's a fucking cesspool.
Hold on a second though. He got through one time.
What do you mean he got
So,
through one time? Oh,
no,
yeah, he won.
He was president from 2016 to 2020. So
He
therefore,
won because
he
of
got
their
through. I know,
yeah,
because they weren't
because
prepared.
yeah, well, because of their sheer stupidity, ignorance, and hubris.
Yeah, they literally said, "Oh, he's not gonna win. There's no way." And all of a sudden, then
They
boom,
set him up to be the nominee, thinking they could easily beat him. And then he says, "Well, joke's on you. My hands may be small, but my balls are huge."
It's like
Huge.
Dave Chappelle, dude, when he was talking about how a star was born, and he was talking about Donald Trump debating Hillary Clinton, and then he's like, she says, "You don't pay your taxes," and he said he shot back, and she goes, "That makes me smart."
No, there's
He goes,
another there's another comedian. I feel real bad because I forget his name, because he's another person where his Trump impression got way better over time. But he's talking about even back in the Republican primary in 2016. And
I'm a
he's like,
tall, chubbier dude.
yeah,
I know
him.
exactly.
But he's
good.
But he's talking about, like, back then he was like, we weren't ready for Trump. He's like, he got up there and all these guys have been in politics for 20 years and Ted Cruz is talking. And then out of nowhere, Trump just goes, "Your wife looks like a dog, Ted. You have a dog wife." He's just like, what do you say to that? And he's like, and then a month later, Ted Cruz is up on stage endorsing Donald Trump. And he goes, "What a fucking pussy."
Pretty much.
You know what, though? I'll be honest. That's why I've never respected Ted Cruz.
Yeah. Ball chin.
He has a ball chin. That's why he grew the beard.
I know, right? everyone's like, oh, that's why people grow beards. Da, da, da. It's like, listen, we keep ours short.
I just keep the
Business
which
casual.
I'll be honest, the only reason I keep a short stubble beard is because I hate shaving. It's a pain in the ass, but you got to get to it eventually because I don't
It's
think I'd
worst on
look.
the neck. The neck's the worst part, dude, because it
Yeah,
rubs you raw. It's like either let it grow out a bit, or you literally have to shave it every day,
yeah, it's
like
it's.
every half day. For me, I don't know about you, there, Wolverine.
I don't shave it every. I probably could, but actually, that's my favorite comeback to people who, because again, like down the middle again, we get called Well, we get called neck beards too, and I'm just like, at least I can grow a beard. Fuck.
Well, and on top of that, it's more the chin. It's not neck.
I know they call us neck beards because that's like they think it's an insult. It's like, well, at least I can grow facial hair. You fucking dork. Anyway,
Yeah, it's not like those inbreds, where it grows here, not here. But no.